Welcome to Peter's Kitchen, and today I'm making a very simple and delicious vegan fruit cake. Into the bowl I'm going to sieve some self-raising flour, 225 grams. Let's just see if I've got a picture of it. There's some slices. You can either make 1 2-pound loaf tin cake or 2 1-pound loaf tins. I'm choosing the latter. So into the bowl we need to put 225 grams of self-raising flour, (203), 209, 10, 12, 13. Don't want to shoot past it, do we? There are 227. And always sieve from a height to allow air into the mixture. At least more air. Don't worry about the dust everywhere. Give it a tap and put it back up there. And then we put the spices in. So we want a teaspoon of cinnamon, here we are, nice rounded teaspoon. And some mixed spice, again a teaspoon. That spoon won't go into the jar, but I do have a spoon. It should go into the jar. Yes, it's gone missing, as they do. Here we are, that fits nicely. I think it's an egg spoon. There are mixed spice and some ginger. You could use nutmeg or cloves. I'm choosing ginger. Again, a nice heaped teaspoon, or in this case, an egg spoon. Put those back. Just tidy up as you go along. Then mix all that together. Here we are. There we are. And so now I have some fruit, 450 grams of fruit, cherries, apricots, figs, mango pieces even, currants, raisins, sultanas, a wide mixture. I love cherries though. I put cherries and apricots in. So it's 450 grams of dried fruit. Don't want to spill it. Together with 225 grams of brown sugar, together with 160 milliliters of non-dairy milk, and that needs to boil and simmer for 10 minutes and then allow to cool down, into which we put some stewed apple, which I stewed earlier on, 130 grams. That goes in there. And here we have a wooden spoon. Stir, 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 stir. Stir 14 times anti-clockwise and 22.5 times clockwise. No, I'm joking. There was a recipe I read once or watched a video, and she did actually specifically say how many times you needed to stir it. Anyway, now we've sifted the flour and the spices. Now we scoop the fruit mixture into the flour. I think I'm going to put the flour into the saucepan, or the other way around. I better do fruit into flour. Here we are. Hasn't cooled completely. I've forgotten to put the oven on. Now the oven needs to go on at, where is it? Here we are, 170 degrees Celsius, or 150 fan. And these are the tins I'm using. For once, good quality tins. I don't have good quality everything, but these are good quality tins. And I've had them for about 2 years and they look as good as new. Together with the ease of these pre-grease-proof sleeves, or what we want to call them. I'm just wondering whether I've done this recipe before. Okay, then we stir the fruit and the flour together to make a batter. It's a bit wet. Maybe I should add a bit more flour to the mixture. I find this to be quite a moist fruit cake. And I think it was a bit too moist last time I made it. So I'm going to add a little bit more flour. Just a couple of tablespoons. There we are. I may have put too much water in the stewed apple. You can buy already stewed apple in jars, but today I didn't have any. So I took 3 eating apples, peeled and cored them, sliced them up into a saucepan, a drop of water, maybe a tablespoon of water, and took about 10 minutes to stew. That's better, less moisture. Yes, much better. Not so wet. One has to be a bit adventurous in cooking and to take risks a little at times. That's a better mixture. Right, so that can go there. Turn the scales on, pop the tin onto the scales, down to 0. Then I'm going to put about, let's move this over here out of the way. Then I'm going to put about 400 grams to 500 grams of the mixture into the first tin. It's better to have a wet spoon really, but here we are. I hate it all goes over the over the sleeve, whatever you call it. Let's move it over here so you can see. There we are. Can you see that? Yes. There we are. So that's 500 grams in that one, just over. Take that tin off, put the next tin on, back to 0 automatically. So again, about 500 grams. Equal measurements you see in each tin. What I forgot to do is just to check all the ingredients. There was an occasion I forgot to put a particular ingredient in, so I had to put it all back into the bowl. So we've got flour, sugar, milk, dried fruit, apple sauce, margarine, cinnamon, mixed spice, ginger. There we are. And she says, spoon the cake batter into the loaf pan, level down the surface. So here we've got so far 339, 446. So there's 53. I think it's going to be about 600 grams in each tin. That's 608. Pop the other one back on. And the beauty of these scales, it weighs back to 505 grams. So we said 600 grams in the other one. So there we are. 604. And we get a little spatula. It's going to be about 650, I think. 646. Back on. This is the fun bit. So it's using the spatula, clean the sides of the bowl, and the spoon. Should we give it a lick? No raw egg in that. There we are. Not using my fingers, as you can see. There we are. Right, let me get another spoon, a dessert spoon, wet the back of it, and then spread it out evenly. There we are. And the same with this one. Wet the spoon, or there's a bit of mixture on there. You can do the shake technique if you like. There we are. Now, the oven is not quite hot enough to pop it in, but there we have the quite a simple, there I've licked my finger now, vegan cake. And it's found on the internet under traditionalplantbasedcooking.com. And as I said, there's the slices. That looks drier than the last one I cooked. It's quite moist. There they are when they're in the tin or just been cooked. So they go into the oven for about 45 minutes. And I always, there's some more pictures. And I always do the pricking test. So we get a skewer, prick it, and test it. If any goo comes onto the skewer, then you know it's not quite cooked. So in it goes again. So I'll make another little video after they've cooked to show you the results. Bye for now. Have a good day. Time to clear up. All the best. Happy cooking. Be happy no matter what. Not easy. Easy to say. Thank you for listening.